back, everybody, to the Replayer Podcast, the very first episode of 2022. I'm Pagan, and joining me is my lovely co-host, Dan. Hello, Dan.
What's up, visual listeners?
Hey, what's up, visual listeners, and also audio listeners? Welcome. Welcome back. And welcome back to the show, Rowan, Erica. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi.
Welcome back, friends of the show.
Thanks for thinking of me.
Thanks for thinking of me. Thanks for thinking of me. That's
Thanks
the most
for
adorable
thinking-
thing I've ever heard you
thinking of
say.
thinking.
It's because it's from Avengers Civil War.
Is it?
It's Iron Man, or not Iron Man, Ant-Man, when he's
Hmm.
talking to Captain America. Thanks for thanking of
Yeah.
me.
Right?
I didn't know that.
That's where it comes
I'm
from.
such a Paul Rudd stan. Like,
He's
oh,
great.
You should have
what a
known
guy.
that then.
I should
Shoulda known.
have.
Disappointed.
Yeah, no, what a great little saying. It's really, really cute. Well, welcome everybody back to the Replayer Podcast, the first, like I say, of
First of
2022.
2022.
Am I the only listeners? If you agree with me, put it in the comments. But am I the only one that anytime anybody says 2022 thinks of the song by Taylor Swift?
Yes!
I don't know
Every
about
I
you.
have no
I'm
idea.
feeling
Both
feeling
me and Rowan are just,
22.
Blank. Yeah, just,
my eyes are glazing over just like yours, Rowan. Like,
Well, you guys are uncultured swine.
Yeah, uncultured
Of course,
bitches.
yeah.
Get fucking on board with Taylor Swift, okay? Jesus
I
Christ.
hear Taylor Swift speaks to people's hearts,
It's true.
but I wouldn't know. I hear.
Is it because you don't have a heart, or
I was
because
gonna
you
say
have?
That
he's
might
dead
be.
inside, so
Yeah.
I am dead inside, so.
Okay.
that's probably it. All
Yes,
of
that
the
joke
love
is
stories
still
are
carrying
just
on
like flying over
Into
his head. Like,
2022.
but yeah, basically every time I hear that, it's 2022 is what's the song? 22 is the song, right? It's just called
Yeah.
22. I'm
Yep.
feeling 22. Anyway, great song. We're gonna take a look back into 2021 first before we go ahead and discuss our most anticipated, or I guess something we're excited about for 2022 games. But like I say, before we go into that, let's have a look at 2021 and discuss our first or our favorite games first, and then potentially gaming moments of 2021. So, Rowan, I'm gonna hit you up first. Do you
Bam.
have a favorite game that came out in 2021? Or
yeah,
games in
it would.
plural?
I haven't played a lot of 2021 games. I've caught up on a whole bunch of
How dare you, sir? Get off this
previous
podcast.
ones. Oh, okay, fine.
No, leave.
Hang up. I'll see you
Oh,
later.
See ya.
I'm just fucking with you, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I haven't played a lot of games. I did play Persona 5 Strikers. That came out in 2021, didn't it?
Mm.
Ooh.
I would
Yeah.
not know.
That or Strikers? I think
I hope so, because that's the only one I've written down.
Okay, it's fine.
Yes,
it did
did.
just come to
February
PS
23rd.
Plus.
Yes, it's in. All
Okay.
right, cool. Easy. I can talk about that now.
Nice.
Yeah, it takes the style of Persona 5 and just lets you run free with it. It's just a lot of fun.
It's like a warrior style game, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is it made
just-
by Omega Force?
I
don't know if they
think-
worked on it.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't say for sure, but it's a
I'll
lot of
look into
fun.
it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those games where you can run around and slash the crap out of things.
Heck yeah.
Mindless, just
Yeah.
fun.
I love
I
it.
don't think I've ever played a Persona game.
Like Dan just said, it's free on PlayStation.
Yes,
I
this
will
is a
add this
PS
to
Plus
my
game.
app right now. I love
I
that fucking
downloaded
shit,
it
man.
Do it right
yesterday
Ah,
so I
Yeah.
can play.
I'm a big fan of warrior style games, so I've been actually wanting to play this. So I'm excited that it's on PS Plus now.
mhm. So it
Check
was
it
one
out.
of your favorites,
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Rowan, for 2021.
Yeah.
I didn't play Persona 5 though, so I played a little bit of a smidge.
I've watched my
Smidge.
brother-in-law play it, and I'm like, this music is so good.
Mm.
The art
Except for the
style's
battle
amazing.
track.
It's beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, the battle
has he got one
is
of
the
those?
same every single time. So it's just like, oh, God.
Did you play Dragon Quest 11?
I've played a bit of it. I've played
Okay,
a shit ton of Dragon Quest
I-
9 on the DS.
I've never played Dragon Quest 11, but I have that freaking music burned into my
Yep.
brain
Mm.
because my roommate played it, and it was the same loop, the same track for hours and hours and hours. And I was like,
Just something different. Just give me something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Earworm.
yeah, not fun.
I did also like Call of Duty Vanguard just because it had an Australian in it.
Nice.
It
Even
was
though-
so good. I'm
Yeah.
happy
Even
for
though-
the
Because
campaign.
an Australian.
Yeah. Even though that's not how we talk at all. Well, not how most of us talk. We don't just... we don't all like Lamingtons. That's, not all of us.
Listen, Lamingtons are beautiful.
I'm not disputing that. We
Oh.
don't love them to the degree where if we're at war, first thing we do when we're coming home is having Lamingtons. It's just...
Okay, yeah, that's
took me
fair.
right out of the campaign.
That's
I
fair.
was like, no, I can't do this anymore.
They've
I don't know
they've
what a Lamington
they've
is.
upped it. They've upped the Australian. I feel like in that game with a lot of stuff that they've done. I feel like they've just maybe we just crank it up because I think even Liam started playing that
Yeah.
game for Get Good in one of the episodes just before the end of the year, and he was like, "Who talks like this?"
Yeah, I know. Oh.
They
I was
didn't
like,
consult any
apparently
real
really,
Australians.
really Australian people. I don't know. Was the Australian the actor as well?
Not sure. I hope so.
I wouldn't be surprised if
really
they
hope
weren't.
so.
If somebody doing a
But I
bad
imagine-
Australian
yeah,
accent.
Yeah. Let us know, chat. I'm too lazy to pig in Googles right now.
Too busy with that iced coffee.
Too busy with the
How
ice
about
coffee,
a-
which looks like a celery stick. This is a
She's
straw. I'm
too
sorry.
busy
It
being
does.
happy.
It almost looks like a boba tea straw.
Yeah. Oh, I did have boba tea today.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love.
there you go.
boba.
There you go. It's in the vibes. It's in the vibes. Erica, what about you? Do you have a favorite game or games from 2021?
So, in
Cool,
regards
yeah.
to games that came out in 2021, Mass Effect Remastered. I had never played them before,
Mm.
and my friend told me to hold out until the remaster came out. And wow, that's like most of my 2021 was playing it, all three of them, all the way through,
Nice.
and then doing a second playthrough, and I'm halfway done with ME3. And it's probably some of the
Dang.
best games
wow.
I've ever played in my life.
You put a lot of
I love
hours into those games to complete them.
So
They're long
many
games.
hours.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do when you're on your second year of quarantine? You know, in a global panini,
The global panini,
A
the global
panini.
panorama.
the global panana.
Mm.
And then another game that
COVID and cheese panini.
yeah,
Mm. Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
and
Hold the COVID,
Omicron,
please.
mom. Anyways, and then another game that I've been playing, kind of towards like the last 2/3 of the year was Dragon Age Inquisition, because I finished with Mass
so good.
Effect, and I was like, I need another game that's
need
like
more
just
BioWare.
like this, more
Mhm.
BioWare, more story driven, picking choices, and I actually kind of liked it more than Mass Effect because I'm realizing what like types, or not like types, but like genre I like more, and I'm really leaning heavy towards fantasy because I'm obsessed with Lord of the Rings. And so it kind of gave me and advertise this earlier, it's like gives that kind of a vibe. And I've put so many hours into that game, it's almost matched Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh good.
To put extra strain on that, when you say it matched Mass Effect, you're talking about the entirety of Mass Effect, right?
The entirety of Mass Effect.
Wow.
Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
you've put the same amount of time into just Dragon Age.
Pretty much.
That's fair.
I mean,
I
that's a
finished
I'm
lot.
a hardcore gamer.
I'm a hardcore gamer.
I'm married to
I'm a
another
hardcore
gamer, and we just have 2 cats, no kids. It's great.
Nice.
All we do
Nice.
is game together.
That
PlayStation
gamer
5
life.
in the background.
Nice.
Like, can confirm.
I'm just sitting here flexing.
If you were in doubt, PlayStation 5 in the background. No, good. I mean, I
I have
actually haven't
a
played either of those.
Dreamcast.
It's true.
Nice.
Do they even make those anymore? Oh my god.
And then if I
No, he's
look
got
up,
the original.
You can
Like,
see
when
my
that first came out,
replayer.
that's the first one.
there's my retro replay flex up there.
you're really
Oh, nice.
For our visual
Aw,
listeners.
That's lovely. For visual listeners. Yeah, just check the show. No, I actually haven't played either of those. And I have the year before, so 2020, like that existed. Psh, the government made 2020 up. In 2020, Mass Effect.
Thanks.
I got a Steam voucher for Christmas, and I actually bought the 3 original Mass Effects on Steam, and I have not yet played them
You know where else you can play the 3 original Mass Effects?
on Game Pass now.
On Game
I
Pass.
think Game
fucking
Pass
know.
is just-
I didn't have Game Pass at the
so
time. I
good.
didn't even have an Xbox, so I bought them on Steam, and I didn't play them. And then the following year, they came out remastered on Game Pass, and I had an Xbox, and I was like, "Son of a bitch. But you
You're
know
like,
what?
"I
Fine.
cannot."
I'm happy with it. I'm still fine with it. It's cool. I'll get to play the originals and then I'll get to play the remasters. So
Honestly,
good.
just keep the originals, go straight to remaster.
no, I spent money on them. So
True. That's true.
So I'm probably
Like, I
just
gotta
gonna
get my money's
stream it.
worth. I get
Yeah.
that.
We'll see something. Yeah, cool. It's good to know that like you've put a lot of hours into those kind of games. It's BioWare.
Get your money's worth.
You have to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed too with Mass Effect because it came out, I got it for like $50 for like all 3 of them, and all of the DLCs were included. And I was like, they should have charged a lot more for this.
Right?
Because
think-
dang.
I got the original.
I think it's
3
okay
for, like,
that EA
$16.
doesn't charge more money for things. I'm okay with
That's
that.
true.
I think they've got enough.
There's
But
a lot
for
of
the
other things
content that you're
expensive.
getting and for the quality, it's worth a lot more than what you can get it for.
I've
okay.
bought enough online passes for EA games back in the 360 PS3 generation to not pay extra for games now.
Yeah, you've paid your dues.
They got their
Good
money.
old-
They got their money
They
out
got
of me.
their money.
And it's all for me.
Oh wow. Dan, what about you? Do you have 2021 shout outs?
I do. One of them I'm gonna not use because it's yours, so I'll hold off.
It's fine.
on
You
that
can use
one.
it. I'll just piggyback on it.
Well, it's hard for me. I have to say at least 2:
Okay, go for it.
Resident Evil Village
Mhm,
and Forza Horizon 5.
mhm.
Like those 2 games are like I've put more time into those 2 games this year than probably any other game. I played through Resident Evil Village 4 times in the first few weeks it was out.
Yeah.
Like it was just as soon as I beat it, I started it again. Just and I know a lot of other people are doing the same with that game. Like it's just it's that fun that you can once you finish, you immediately start it again. And then I also want to shout out Psychonauts 2. Like that game had a slow start in the beginning. Like I didn't know anything about Psychonauts. I never played those games
Oh,
before.
okay.
I started playing Psychonauts 2 when it first came out, and I kind of like, okay, this is what this is. And then I went back to it a few months later, and it hit, and I was like, ooh, I'm hooked. And I blasted through the game. I 100%ed it. It was phenomenal. And then Forza Horizon 5. What can I say about the game? It's the best car racing game ever made, and I still play it like every day.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Adam plays that quite a bit as well, and I just look. I'm not into racing games. I would just hit
But
the
that's
wall.
the beauty of Forza, though.
That's what he said. He was like, "Yeah, but it's so much more than a racing game, man. Like it's so good. And, like I don't
Yeah.
even like racing games, and I play it all the time." And I'm like, "Yeah, but no, because you still race around a track. It's still a racing game."
But the track could be anywhere in the world.
Like, hate to break it to you,
But you don't even have to drive in the game. Like you can literally just like bask in like the nature and like the beauty of Mexico in that game.
why?
Like Uncharted. Like if you were like walking around the jungle, like wow, look how pretty that tree is.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna fight some fucking bad guys and discover some treasure, and then blow everything up that's ancient.
You do the same thing in Forza.
Do you
Minus
discover
the bad guy part.
You discover
and do you
ancient
discover
artifacts.
Ancient artifacts.
You do find ancient artifacts. You explore temples. You go on adventures.
What?
You have
I
companions.
don't believe you.
Yeah.
Do you drive
you
through
do.
these adventures? Do you wave at
do.
these adventures as you pass by?
No, you actually go around and you drive around temples. You collect treasures. You collect items.
I'm just
I
gonna.
literally
refuse
was playing
to
this
believe.
moment.
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
do
this
some
is like
Googling.
Uncharted as a car game. Like if Nathan Drake was a car.
Right, but then
Forza.
I'll just play Nathan Drake. I'm good without Nathan Drake being a car.
But then you can drive really fast.
what kind of argument
Nathan
is
Drake
that?
can't do that.
What kind of argument is that? But then you can drive
The
really
best
argument.
fast.
The best kind.
Rowan's got it. Rowan
Yeah.
understands.
I mean,
Oh,
does Forza have a romantic subplot? Because then I'm out. Otherwise,
Asking
like,
the real questions.
Yeah, out here asking real questions.
There are some female characters, but I don't think the interactions will ever get too intense or
Amazing.
dramatic there.
There are only
Amazing.
5
No, I've heard a lot of
artifacts.
good things about Forza. It blew everybody's mind. It was like rated 10 out of 10, wasn't it? I was getting a whole bunch of 10s across the
On
board.
IGN, yeah.
Yeah.
It was their game of the year, which I
That's
don't
right.
think a racing game's ever won game of the year before.
Yeah. I'm actually really surprised that It Takes Two won Game of the Year.
I mean, it did at the Game Awards.
Sorry,
Takes
yeah,
Two
at
got
the
Game of the Year.
Awards, Yeah.
Yeah.
Was really surprised by that. Actually, I was like, oh,
Did you play It Takes Two?
Actually, no, but I have seen it. I've seen it played.
Okay.
But then I imagine like having somebody to play it with must be great crack. Just I didn't
Yeah.
really at the time, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna watch
Yeah.
other people stream this and stuff, and
Yeah.
it looks great, and I love it. Like the story is so good. It's just I was just
The story is
shocked
probably
that
one
it
of the
would
weakest
be-
parts of that game.
Yeah, I
honestly.
was.
Yeah, it's just, but I mean, I like it. I'm a story person. I enjoy that kind of stuff, and I
Same.
enjoy the writing and the chat back and forth between the characters and working it out and stuff. I like. It looks like a really good game. I'm just surprised that it won Game of the Year as a multiplayer adventure, basically. Just shocked.
Yeah.
Anyway, so,
was
good
fun.
game. I mean, like, good
Yeah.
on them. Thank God they did win. Like,
Better
it's really
than a
good.
way
I'm not
out.
saying it in a
I'm-
bad way. I'm just saying, like, I'm interested.
I'm really looking forward to hearing your thoughts on Resident Evil 8, though.
Mhm.
Yeah, so mine was definitely Resident Evil 8 and Age of Empires 4. I didn't play through the full game of Age of Empires 4. I just really enjoyed the nostalgia of having that come back. It was so cool to just be in it again, and it's done really well, like with the historic kind of like almost like a reenactment, you know, like a reimagining of stuff that's happening and over like real life footage now, and they're animating through. I love that. That was really, really cool. So that was definitely one of my favorite gaming. One of my favorite games last year. And then Resident Evil 8. Listen, we all know I don't play horror games. Pagan and horror are like a big nope. So playing
And
Resident
that's
Evil
why
8
we
was
love
a step.
watching you play it.
Oh, thanks. Torturous bitch. But basically,
You
I
could have watched me play it too, but it was just a lot of me being like, "Oh yeah, that's scary."
Yeah,
That's
you
too
have no
boring for
reaction.
me.
Emotional reactions. Yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's
I
just,
can
like,
only
void of
watch-
anything like that.
Other people play horror games if they're like comedians or they're like Pagan, who's like also hilarious but like gets really scared, and I'm like, okay, now I feel so much better being able to watch this.
I'm far.
I'm
too
the type of
scared.
person that will sit there and predict the scares as they're coming. Like, yep,
One
this
of
is
those
now
people.
what this is about to
I
happen.
have to say that Adam said the same thing regarding Resident Evil 8 because I was watching him play it, and I was like watching him play all the scariest bits because I cleared it before he did, and I was like, and he's just, yes, because it was almost like at that point, you predict the scares, and I don't know if that's just being a horror video game player that you already know, like this is already ingrained in you because you have gone through all this before.
Oh,
Because
it
for
totally
me,
is.
it was like to everything, like literally everything, until after the House Beneviento. Then it was like kind of okay from down there. Like it was kind of had a weird ending, and I was like, no, this is less scary than I thought it would be. But up to House Beneviento, I was like shitting bricks. But on that note, I don't really play horror games. But it was really, really cool to play this. I had played Resident Evil 7 the year before, or just finished it earlier that year, and then I'd started playing Resident Evil 8. So that was cool for me in terms of it's a great game. Firstly, I think it's really, really well done, and secondly, it's just kind of cool for me to play it because, like I said, I don't really play horror games, and when I do, I kind of feel like a really good sense of achievement. Been like, yeah, you did it, you got through it. I'm proud of you, Megan. So, yeah, that's probably also one of my favorite gaming moments, which we'll move on to now, of 2021. Not only did I complete complete Resident Evil 8 in terms of like having to complete a horror game, it did also help. I helped raise money for charity. I raised $1,000 for Able Gamers through playing horror games, and then
Nice.
eventually capping it off with Sea of Thieves. Shout out to Steamy streamers who actually played with me with Sea of Thieves, and we reached the goal together.
Sea of
so.
Thieves. What?
Nice.
Sea of Thieves.
I didn't know you were
That's still
playing Sea
around?
of Thieves.
Yeah.
Great game.
It was a great
It's so much
game.
fun.
It's a great game. I played with this really, really amazing Irish streamer. His name is Keith. He goes under Steamy Streamers on Twitch. If you're looking at it, find it it's on my Twitter as well. For Steamy Streamers, and he has this great trope that I didn't really know about because I've only ever been able to pop in and out of his streams occasionally, and I'll stay for like however, like half an hour, maybe an hour or something like that. But I don't know how I've never noticed this. But Keith has a very weak gag reflex. So he gags an awful lot in stream. And I had no idea. I thought it was just Sea of Thieves because Sea of Thieves you're playing on the sea and stuff. And I just I kept laughing every time. And it's just one of the best things about Keith, honestly. He's so fucking funny. But shout out to Keith for playing with me and capping the $1,000 Able Gamers charity goal that we're reaching
Yes.
for that. So they were probably some of my favorite gaming moments. And of course, Dead Space. I started Dead Space playthrough. Still not finished it, still doing it. But I'm also, again, like, I think just a sense of achievement of playing a game that was highly recommended to me. It is a horror game. Fucking terrifying. But
One of the best.
such a good game. Like, I can't fault the game. The game itself up
Well,
until this point has been very, very
This is
good.
literally the discussion we had on our episode a few months ago about the best horror games and why we love horror games
Yeah.
and such. I was adamant that Dead Space is one of the best.
It's fantastic. So yeah, pretty good.
And you
pretty good year.
even saying it now, you're talking about that sense of accomplishment and achievement that you feel playing the horror games. That's what makes them really fun.
Wait, so you're supposed
I mean,
to
it's
be
a
scared
special
shitless?
for you. It's special for you because
Yeah, because I mean, I honestly a couple of years ago would not touch a horror game. In fact, when Resident Evil 7 came out, I think everybody knew. I was like, no, I'm never playing this game. I vowed never to play it. It looked too scary, and I played it, and I'm like super proud of myself that I did. But yes, those are some of
Did
my.
you see?
Yeah, what?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say those are some of my favorite gaming moments of 2021. That didn't include just games from that released last year, but in general. So I will throw it back out to you guys. What were you gonna say, Dan?
Oh, I was gonna say I just saw this, and I don't know if you saw it in the list that I made. Apparently, they've announced a new Layers of Fear game.
What?
That doesn't sound like something I'm into.
Okay, hold on.
That was one of the first horror games that Pagan ever played in stream.
Yeah, absolutely. It was
Oh.
definitely one of the first games I played. I highly recommend Layers of Fear 1. I will say Layers of Fear 2 let it down greatly. Layers of Fear, the original, is fantastic. So good. The second one just lost itself a little bit in, I don't know what kind of story. Like, it just didn't feel fun to play. And you could play with or without being like having the ability to die. If anybody hasn't played it before, you can choose to be like, okay, well, I'll have the dying option, so that it kind of heightens your experience for more experienced players. I obviously turned that off because I'm not an experienced player, especially with horror. And I still was just like, I don't really enjoy this. Like, I'm not really liking this as much. The first game was a beauty. So the fact that they're releasing a new game is very exciting, but I really, really, really hope they will go back
Mind you,
to the essence of the first game.
this is coming off of their last game, The Medium. Which
True,
was
and
amazing.
I haven't played that game yet, and I've heard
It's
very
really
good
good.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, I finally beat that a couple of weeks ago. I took a break from it because I was playing it on stream, and then I stopped playing it because my stream was having issues.
Sure.
But anyways, I was like, I gotta finally play the medium, and I crashed through the last hour or two of the game, and it's still a little rough around the edges. I mean, they're still a pretty small team, but holy crap, they do some pretty amazing things narratively, and I look forward to what that team continues to do.
That's good, though. I mean, like, to be fair, I haven't played the medium, and I've heard very good things. So that makes me hopeful.
It's good.
So in terms
Anyways.
of no worries. In terms of gaming moments in 2021 that weren't just centered around games that released last year, I will throw it out to you guys to see if you have anything that you wanted to shout out from last year, like I did with regarding achievements or anything. Erica, let's start with you.
Yeah, so there were a lot of gaming moments, but one of the things that I didn't actually play Resident Evil, but the entire internet freaking out over Lady Dimitrescu. I can't actually
Lady D.
Dimitrescu.
I can't
say
actually
Lady
pronounce
D.
her name, but the
Dimitrescu.
entire internet just having a sexual panic attack over this woman was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
And
fun
I
to
loved
watch.
I loved
It
every
was.
second of it. It was one of my favorite things last year.
That's a great call out as well.
Great
This whole
one.
Step on Me, Lady D
Yeah.
kind of memes everywhere. Yeah.
It was so good.
Perfect. Maggie
Loved
Robertson,
it.
shout out. What a gem. What a
Seriously,
gem in that game.
what a gem.
Mm.
I've watched bits of her scenes so I could understand, and I was like, yeah, she's pretty legit. It's
Yeah,
great.
she's great. Like, fucking brilliant casting. And obviously she won Performance of the Year, right?
Oh, that was a
At Game
wonderful
Awards.
speech.
Yeah.
I
Wonderful.
watched that. That was really good. So that was probably one of my favorite things that happened last year.
Yeah. You can't help it, though. Like, I mean, fucking Lady D is hot.
She's a stunner.
terrifying though. Holy fuck! Like
Oh,
she would come out
and-
of nowhere in the courtyard. Oh my god.
There was a mod
Mm.
that somebody did where every time, like, depending, like, every time she would, like, catch up to you, or no, it was every time she saw you, her hat would get bigger.
Amazing.
And her
Of
hat
course.
just kept like overwhelming the screen. I was like, that's one of the greatest mods
That's
ever.
so cool.
This is no
So
longer
great.
terrifying.
Yeah, yeah.
She every time she'd see her, and her hat just got bigger and bigger.
I need to see this mod. That sounds
It's
so good.
great. It was on TikTok somewhere.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out on TikTok.
It was
I'm
great.
obsessed. Anyway, Rowan, what about you? Do you have any gaming moments or favorite gaming moments? Shout outs.
Well, like I said before, seeing an Aussie in Call of Duty Vanguard, that's up there. Also, just finishing the Call of Duty campaign because it let me get onto other games because I didn't really like the campaign that much.
I've heard that. I've heard
Story
people are
wise?
not very big fan.
Did you force yourself to play through it?
Yeah, because I had started and
I liked
I'm
it.
like that too, though.
because
I would force
I'm a
myself
sucker
through
for punishment.
it. All right, insights to Rowan.
Well, I loved it because
Yeah.
Dominic Monaghan was in it.
Yeah, he was great.
I
In
love
the new
Dominic
Call of Duty?
Monaghan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of
I
the evil
didn't know that.
Nazis.
Mm.
Yeah, he was good. I liked him,
I liked
but
him a lot.
in terms of like the
You know what else
story
he's in?
and the arcs,
He's in Quantum Break.
That's right, he is.
Great in that.
oh, he is too. That's
Dude,
right.
he's
Yeah.
great. Love that man.
He's a good guy.
What a lovely hobbit.
It's a
So-
lovely hobbit.
In terms of like moving on to something else, Rowan, what like did you have anything in 2021 that you were kind of surprised by, or like I mean, obviously, I think Call of Duty Vanguard is a bit of a disappointment for you, I would presume, then in terms of gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, in
It's
campaign.
more story.
Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah.
story and just
Apologies.
plot.
Yeah.
That's right.
Anything that blew your mind last year, or like even in general, like that you played last year?
Yeah, I finally got around to the new Spider-Man Miles Morales and just jumping back
Yeah,
in, jumping back in, and like just swinging around the world, just seeing how
Nice.
fun it still was. Because I'd platinumed the original Spider-Man, and at that point I was kind of like, maybe I'm done with this. And then jumping back in, I'm like, no, I'm not done. It's just fun, just good fun.
Yeah, great
That's true.
game. I think they're great games, like regardless, even if you like platinum them and you want to start again, like they're just such a good, fun, cathartic
Feels good.
game. Yeah, it feels good.
It does.
Feels
It's a
right,
feel
Brian.
good
Feels
game.
right. That's a Family Guy quote. I wasn't just calling him Brian for no reason. Dan, what about you?
Playing games with my friends.
Oh,
Playing
To be
games with your
very
friends?
specific, though.
Oh, Halo.
Yes.
oh,
Halo,
Mhm.
definitely a highlight. The old feeling of like squatting up with my homies and playing Halo, and just having those like staying up late, hooting and hollering and screaming, and like having those moments of sheer utter disappointment or just sheer utter victory that only Halo for whatever reason can bring me. And to piggyback on that, having ridiculous game sessions with my friends of stupid games like Gang Beasts.
Oh, nice.
Holy crap, I've never
Yeah,
laughed
that
harder.
is-
I gotta get that.
that is awesome, that game.
I think
Stupid fun.
2021 did have really great multiplayer moments. Like Back 4
Yes.
Blood
Back
was
4
so
Blood.
much
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
What a scary game, but also fun. And also like Halo Infinite. That was the first time I played Halo in general, was last year. And I totally get it now. Playing
Halo.
playing multiplayer Halo. I am fully on board the train. I used to
Yeah.
fucking hate people talk about Halo because like they were so anti PlayStation. And they're just like, oh, I
It's
like
true,
Xbox,
they
you like
were.
PlayStation. They were just so anti PlayStation, and I was anti Xbox at the time. I was like younger,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, it's just like fuck off, like you know. And they were just like above everybody, but
I can't say I've ever had that interaction, but I believe you, though. I'm
yeah,
sure it's out
I've
there.
I've had it because as soon as you mention that you're like a Sony PlayStation person, and somebody like
Mhm.
whatever, and they just think Xbox is superior, and
So
whatever
superior,
people
play
like. There's console wars
PlayStation.
out there. There's a lot of people who will like disagree. I'm actually a big fan of
Oh,
both consoles.
console wars.
Oh, console
Dumbest
wars,
thing.
you old reliable mistress. But I totally get it. I'm so fucking on board. Like we were playing Halo the other night, and I managed to play on PC for the first time. Not for the first time playing on PC, but playing Halo PC on the first time. and it's so much fun. Like, I completely understand why everybody is nuts about Halo and the multiplayer aspect of it. So much fun.
I guess I should play it then.
Constantly,
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
always reading tweets and Twitter feeds of people like shitting on Halo Infinite for being so bad, and like it took them 6 years to develop this game, and it's still a piece of shit. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm enjoying the hell out of this game.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
Yeah.
perfect by any means, but it's fun. Like, I don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I mean, I just think like it's frustrating.
Ultimately, isn't
for
that what
sure.
video games are about?
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah,
being
it's
fun?
like it's frustrating, and I must say, like, if I play right now, if I hop on right now to a multiplayer session, I will probably not have fun if I'm not playing with friends. If I'm just playing with people online, because
Yeah.
I will get destroyed. And whenever I get into a game, and this happened with Call of Duty as well, I just fucking deleted Call of Duty off my screen. It's whenever you respawn and you get killed within like 30 seconds of respawn,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah,
respawn
that's always
again,
what's shitty.
that just
Mhm.
makes me mental, and I'm like, this can't be good for my health. So I just end up deleting the game. So I won't play Halo multiplayer
Have you-
by myself. I would
Have you
to
played
play
any
it with
Fiesta? Have you
friends.
played the Fiesta mode?
What's Fiesta mode?
Fiesta mode is a like the Team Slayer, but everyone starts with completely random weapons and equipment.
Ooh.
Yes, that's
So-
actually good fun.
Fiesta mode is that same, like, it can be insanely fun but extremely frustrating at the same time, because it's like I've had it where last week I was playing some Fiesta with some buddies, and I had it where an entire game I kept spawning with the worst possible weapons, and I was constantly getting killed by either a sword, hammer,
The
or
hammer.
rocket launcher.
The hammer is so good.
And I'm running around with a freaking plasma pistol. Like, what the hell?
Pew, 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 pew,
Yeah.
pew, pew, pew.
Yeah. And then I'll turn around and have a game where I'm just like, hammer spree, rocket spree. Like, I'm going
I'm
off.
the
And it's like, this is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will like that game is pretty fun. We were playing Big Team Battle yesterday, the day before. That was fun. Like, the loading is annoying. Like, finding the games and stuff like that, and then getting kicked out of the servers and stuff like that is
Yeah, they've been
annoying.
having some issues with servers
But-
lately.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it's so much fun because because we were with a group of friends. We were like 6 friends. So I feel like having the large number of people, you don't mind waiting for the game because you're just having the chats anyway. And then when you get thrown
Yeah.
in, I get carried. So it's much more fun for me being carried and
Heck
stuff.
yeah.
And like, all of, like, honestly, the only stats I'm looking at is like my deaths, not kill death ratio, not fucking like assists or anything like that. Not how many kills I get, how many deaths,
Just
how many
deaths.
times did I die? Did I die less in this round?
Heck yeah.
And then I feel better about myself.
At least with Big Team Battle, there's a bit of a more wiggle room where you can play
Sure.
as a little bit more of a support character and
Yeah.
focus less on kills, especially if you're like, I'll be a wheelman and a warthog, and just drive around and let other people get kills, or focus on defense, or
Yeah, or
staying
like
back.
if you're sneaking around to get whatever it is, like if it's the flag or you have to capture an area or something like that. That's always so much
Yeah.
fun.
It kind of reminds me of what made or what makes Overwatch great, because you can play as different types of
Yes.
characters. And like, I've gone back to playing Overwatch again now because I was thinking about how you can play that game from a completely different like
Angle
standing
every time.
as
Yeah.
like, you don't have to be that running gun perfect aim FPS guy, or you can play as a support character, or you can play as a person who all you do is like lay down some turrets and then you heal people. Like, I like playing as a healer.
Yeah.
It's like in Battlefield, I like playing as the doctor, the healer,
Mhm.
medic. That's the word.
Medic. I actually
And
enjoy
then I
playing-
zap people in the face with a defibrillator.
I always play healer
Boom.
in Overwatch. Always. I will always play healer in
Mm.
Overwatch because I feel like I'm just not as accurate as everybody else, and then I'd probably let somebody down. Whereas I'm like, I can heal you. I can spray you. With
I know how to
Moira's
heal.
fucking yellow spray.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Who's your healer?
Moira?
Okay.
Moira.
I've always liked Zenyatta when it comes to Overwatch.
Zenyatta is a good character. Overwatch is a fucking great game. Like, it
Right.
is. Studio needs
Yep.
to get their shit together, but Overwatch is good.
Yeah,
That's true.
but a lot of people still believe that Overwatch is like one of the best games ever made.
It is. It's pretty great. But yeah, thank you guys so much for sharing with us your 2021
Yep.
games and your experiences. It was super fun to
Reflection.
have you here on the show. So before we're closing out, I do
But
want to hear.
now.
Yeah, but now,
Oh no.
looking forward to 2022. Because we're in it. Fucking 8 days into 2022.
It is.
Hope everybody's having a good new year.
2022 now.
Yeah, 8 days into 2022. There are some games coming out this year. Surprise, surprise.
Some.
What are you looking forward to, please? I would like to know. Erica, you may go first. You have your hand up.
What games do you hope to play this year if you get to play them
Yes.
this year? Yeah.
My New Year's resolution was to play more video games, so I think I'm good.
You just spent like a fucking 1,000
like-
hours in
But like
ME
more video
and-
games, as in like different games,
I see.
not the same
More
game
games.
for like
Just spend
months.
the same amount of hours just across multiple
Exactly. More-
games. Okay.
You want more quantity, less quality.
Wait.
But the game I'm
So,
looking forward to the most
More
is
quantity.
is called I just closed it, but it's called
What?
Nightingale.
Okay.
By the former BioWare developers. I love the tagline for the game. So it's a Victorian crafting survival game. Grab a bowler hat and a revolver and create portals to new realms fighting the Fae. And everything about this, the vibe and the tone and the style is like so me that like this game had better work out.
I definitely look forward to playing that game with some friends.
Oh yeah.
When it
It looks like it's going to be just so beautiful and fun. And my gosh, I bought a shirt last year that says BRB out of inventory space. And it that like describes my personality, because in games I am the one that like will collect all of the things. You need something, I have
Everything.
it. And I have many of it. So being able to have a game that's a little bit like that has a dedication to crafting and survival, I'm just like, I'm here for this. I'm here for it.
Nice. Yeah, I actually hadn't seen much about Nightingale, and I've just like checked out the trailer there.
I think they only just revealed
interesting.
it at the Game Awards,
Very
right?
recently.
Yeah.
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 It definitely has a very interesting, unique, almost like a BioShock visual style, but
does,
in a
yeah.
survival crafting
Mm,
game.
mm.
Yeah, it
Great
looks
choice.
absolutely beautiful.
Is
It
this
just reminded me too now that Sons of the Forest should be coming this year.
Oh,
Hmm.
Oh.
sorry for the clicky clacks.
The feverish research.
Yeah. Wait a minute. That's supposed to be me. Megan Googles.
That's right. I had a friend that is like super into this, and I'm like, I will not, because it's survival horror.
That's right.
I'll play it. You can watch.
You
Oh,
know what's another
good.
good survival game that I checked out this last year that I almost put on my list was
Mm.
Valheim. That's another one that's really interesting and I want to play more of.
Yes.
It's
It looks
good.
good.
I just
I just-
hate
It's super
losing
fun.
all my stuff when I die, and I have to go back to my body and get it.
At
hate
least
that.
in
Valheim,
Valheim, it's not as punishing, but
it
it's
felt like it though when I got hit by like the wasps.
in Valheim.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
there's
remember. I don't
wasps
know if
that,
I've
like,
run into any
one-shot you.
wasps.
Yeah,
in
you
that
gotta
game.
watch out for them wasps. Fucking
Okay, I didn't face the
2021.
wasps.
That's when I
murder
stopped
wasps.
playing.
Or no,
I was like, I'm done.
20 wasps.
Yeah.
Shit. Murder wasps. Anyway,
Mm.
Anyways, Rowan, what about you? Do you have a game that you're looking forward to for 2022?
I have 3.
Oh my
Perfect.
God,
I have 3 as well.
Three.
Okay, great.
Mm.
Go for it.
Yeah. So first up, Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah.
I love Horizon. I haven't finished it yet.
Good shout.
I got to finish it. When's it comes out? Like February, so it's
It's
Soon.
soon.
Started
like
the
a
ga-
so
month
good.
ish.
too soon.
To the end of the
Too-
month. Mhm.
Oh no. Yeah, so I'll get that probably when it comes out, and then won't play it until I finish the first one.
Nice.
So I might be playing it in 2023. Who knows? We'll see. And also the new Lego Star Wars coming out.
That's right.
I know. It's
The
got all
latest Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars.
yeah.
Oh, Lego
I
Star
love
Wars.
Lego
Okay,
Star
yeah.
Wars.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
looks like really good. I'm really excited for that too.
Yeah. I'm just excited to have the full
Full series.
9 films now. Yeah.
Yeah, the full
I'm
set.
like, yes.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
And then the last one is just the new Sonic Frontiers game.
What?
Because I
Sonic.
like,
Oh.
I live in hope. I live in hope that one of them will be
One day we'll have a good Sonic
One
game
day.
again.
Yeah.
Don't give me.
Sonic Mania was fucking awesome. Like, that was sick, but the other ones, I'm like, one day, maybe. We'll see.
One day.
One day. At least the movie's good. I'm happy about
I
that.
haven't seen it yet.
And,
Still
like,
haven't seen it.
It's still good. So
I
good.
do have to watch it.
I will go as far as saying it's the best video game movie ever made.
Someone else has said that to me before as well. I was like, interesting.
I don't like the Sonic games. I don't think the Sonic games are good. But
the
damn, that
video.
movie.
Along the lines of Star Wars, because it's a really great fandom, there's also the Hogwarts Legacy that I'm really hoping is good.
That is one that I'm looking forward to for sure.
I really
Oh,
hope
yeah.
it's good.
Hogwarts Legacy, I really hope it's good. Dan, what about you?
Should I list off all three that I'm looking forward to, or should we
go for it. Why not?
Do it.
go in tandem? All right. Big one, if it's coming this year, I hope it's coming this way. Please, hopefully. A lot of people are predicting it's coming this year is Breath of the Wild 2. The sequel
Yeah.
to what I believe is one of the best video games ever made. So
Good
I
shout.
I have hundreds and hundreds of hours in Breath of the Wild 1. I can't wait to play the sequel and just do more of the same. I will spend another hundreds of hours wandering around the middle of nothing and just looking for secrets and cooking food, because that's what you do in that game.
I love cooking in that game.
This is fun. I don't know why.
I love how
It's
you had to
fun.
put it in that game at the very end. I love cooking in that game.
In that
I
game.
love cooking in all games.
Not in real
think
life.
everyone would have
In the
fun
game.
cooking
love it in
if you
real
had
life,
theme music to go along with it.
I'm coming
And
to
then
your
when you
house and
don't
making
burn your
dinner.
food, you get like a little victory music.
So good. I can hear it in
Cute.
my head, but I can't like vocalize it.
Yeah. And then another one that I've been looking forward to for a while is Scorn. It's a very not well known survival horror game being developed, I think, exclusively for Xbox and PC. These guys that are making this are going for an H.R. Geiger, like super psychological, just like fuck with your head horror game where everything looks like the skin of an alien. And it's just like super surreal, like horrible, messed up body horror. It's going to be terribly gruesome, disgusting, just
What
make
is
you
wrong
want to
with
puke.
you?
What a fun time.
What a fun what is wrong with both of you?
Right? The weapon that they show in the trailers for this game is made of flesh and bone.
Oh wow.
And you feed it like
Nice.
living bits and organisms to shoot it. Like, oh my God, what is this? It's insane, but
It's
I can't
freaky.
wait to play it.
It's freaky.
Somehow, I'm actually looking at some part of that gameplay, and like somehow it's giving me Dante's Inferno vibes.
Ooh.
Right. It kind of looks like you're walking through like the 9 layers of hell
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I totally get what you're talking about with the H.R. Geiger thing. It's very
Mhm.
alien inspired for sure, but it definitely somehow I don't know if it's the lighting or the animation on it or the character design, but it's definitely giving me Dante's Inferno vibes.
And
Like the game or just Dante's Inferno?
Sorry,
Like-
yeah, the video game. It was actually really
Okay.
good. I quite enjoyed that game.
Oh yeah, that game was great, and
It
that was
was so
also made
good.
by the same team that made Dead Space.
I'm looking here
Hey,
at the
I didn't
list
know
that you put together, Dan, of the games coming out. I didn't realize the Gollum game was coming out this year.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings gone.
I thought
Yeah,
that was
wait,
like
wait.
2023 for some reason.
Hang on. There's a Gollum game?
Oh yeah, you didn't know
Coming
about that? There's a Gollum game.
Ooh, my Lord of the Rings heart is happy.
Rowan's like,
Everything
hold on,
is
I need to fix my list.
Freaking out.
Yeah, I know. This whole list is just like, forget what I said. Gollum game
There's,
number one up top.
yep, for real. Let's hope
Strike that.
they revamp Animal Crossing again, because that was an excellent way to end 2021.
Nice.
Yeah. And then
Lord of the Rings Animal Crossing crossover.
oh my god,
Listen.
Erica's gonna explode.
Okay, sorry. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, to wrap it up, the last game that I'm putting on this list, which is only recently become like a top priority for me,
Mhm.
is Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I was interested in Elden Ring because I do like Souls games. I like the games from this. Is it Miyazaki? I believe is the guy who makes those.
Mhm.
Anyways, Elden Ring was this big. Everybody was like, "Oh my god, I can't wait for Elden Ring!" And like, I wasn't paying super close attention to it until they did the demo beta thing
Same.
like 2 months ago. And after I watched people playing it, I was like, "Ooh, okay, I want this now." Okay, you got me. Yeah, so
Sold.
sold.
It does. It's great.
I was gonna do a quick honorary mention too of Horizon Forbidden West.
Mhm.
It's a addendum because I haven't beaten the first game yet, but obviously I've only scratched the surface of the first one. But it looks beautiful. it looks really interesting. I'm going to play it. And now also adding God of War Ragnarok as a little other like check mark, because
That's me.
I just
You're
beat
gonna
God
have
of
that
War
one.
2018 for the first time, and now I can finally be like excited for the new one.
Yeah, nice. Same.
I still got to finish that.
That's my top game for 2022. Honestly, like I really, 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 really am so excited for God of War right now.
Are you gonna
I'll
stream
be
it?
happy if I can save more dragons. That's all I want to do is save
Same.
dragons.
Say,
Like,
Let me
fucking
save all the
same.
dragons.
I just want to, let me set them fucking free, bro. That
While
was really cool.
Kratos is like, this is a bad idea. And
Yeah,
the-
bad
Atreus
idea.
Is like, I
Boys
want to
just
do
like,
it.
yes.
Kill it with fire, and then we ended up killing a dragon, so it's very upsetting. No, I thought it was really, really good. I really loved God of War 2018, so I'm very excited for God of War Ragnarok. I think that's such a great shout. There's some great fucking games coming up. Hogwarts Legacy,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think, is going to take up a lot of my time
Mhm.
when that comes out. I have such great nostalgic memories of PlayStation 2 Hogwarts.
Oh yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 Hogwarts, like in the Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, and Prison of Azkaban on PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, respectively. So good. Like,
I
and
think the
so
only
good.
Harry Potter games I play were the Lego Harry Potter
Those were
and a
good,
little bit
too.
of the
Same.
Quidditch Cup game.
Oh, I played
never
that
played
at
the
a friend's
Quidditch
house.
Cup
That was the weirdest game.
But Lego Harry Potter games are amazing.
Lego games are great anyway. Like the majority of them are. I really enjoyed the games, like the older games, like the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games for Harry Potter. Even though they're probably not even the best games, they're just give me such nostalgia. They're the games that give me nostalgia because
What's
I
your
know a lot
house,
of people
Pagan?
will play. I'm Ravenclaw.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm Hufflepuff.
Are you Hufflepuff?
Yeah.
I thought so.
I think we've had that conversation. I was like,
We probably have.
Erica, I bet you're a Hufflepuff, and you were like, I am.
I
was
give
like,
Hufflepuff vibes.
You give Hufflepuff vibes.
I do.
Yeah, this is a really random shout out. We were sitting at dinner once, and we were sitting with my family and my brother-in-law and his fiance, and my other brother-in-law was sitting next to me, and he was like, "What house are you?" He's like, "I think you're a Hufflepuff," and I was like, "I'm a Ravenclaw. That's a Hufflepuff," and I pointed to the my brother-in-law and his fiance, and they were both like, "What the fuck is that supposed to mean?" That's a Hufflepuff. I was like, "But you're both Hufflepuff, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, I'm not wrong."
Well.
There's nothing wrong with them. We're great.
It's just how I phrased it. Fuck, I sounded like such a dick. I'm so sorry. They're
husband
great.
did
Hufflepuff
that.
is fucking fantastic. Anyway, yeah, God of War Ragnarok is definitely on the top of my list here for 2022. I also am very excited for Horizon Forbidden West, and specifically Horizon Call of the Mountain VR 2.
Oh,
PSVR 2. Very, very excited for any games that
I
are coming
will
out
have
for
to try to get one of
PSVR.
those.
Listen, I'm very excited for what that opens up. I'm really hoping that more IP studios will be developing
really hope
VR games.
The PSVR 2 is backwards compatible.
Oh,
But we will get into that in a future episode
sure.
of the podcast.
we will.
Oh,
We will be discussing the
jeez.
PSVR 2 in a future episode of the podcast. So I'm very excited for that. But mostly it looks like a good year. I'm hoping that nothing regarding COVID is going to delay everything this year. Of course, we are
Mhm.
still
Hopefully.
in the throes of all of that. So, I mean, it's possible that it could. But yeah, I think that's
Things to hope for in 2022. Less COVID, more consoles, more
less
games.
COVID, more consoles, more games. Let's go. Let's fucking
Yes.
go.
Boy, do I hope
22.
Avatar is good.
The Avatar games?
Yeah, I hope it's
Or
good.
movies.
The movies
The-
and games.
Not the
Fuck
movie.
it.
We've gone over this in
Yeah,
the
we-
past
it's-
episode. Peggy's like, Avatar's better than Endgame.
The thing that's got me most apprehensive for the
Hang
games,
on.
though,
Yeah.
is Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Rowan's like, whoa. Let me step
I
in on this
know.
conversation. This is a side conversation, Rowan, but Avatar is better than
I'm going to
Endgame.
send
All
a
right.
video of all of our reactions to you, Ronan, so it's going to be great. You're going to love it.
Rowan's just like, this is not happening.
I'm never coming on again. I'm out.
We'll tangent
Yeah.
there. Maybe we'll have a second side quest episode available for members only
We
over on
got into
couchsoup.com. But that is
Ooh,
where
nice segue.
right? That's where I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, Rowan, Erica. If
Thanks
you
for
guys
having me.
want to shout out any of your socials before we go, Erica, where can anybody find you?
Yeah, you can find me as Onduin pretty much everywhere, or Onduin_gaming on Instagram. We just started recording the last half of season 2 for the Let Us In, which is a TTRPG podcast.
Nice.
It went really well, and the cast is just fantastic. I love them so much.
Great.
So that episode is going to come out on Friday. I'm editing it right now.
Yay!
Yay!
Nice.
Lovely. We'll also
Excited.
put all these links in the description below. Rowan, where can anybody find you?
You can find me at RJ Author anywhere, pretty much. And I'll have a link tree that just has everything on it for ease. And I'm just doing writing, short stories, novels, that sort of stuff. But if anyone needs ghostwriting or copywriting or anything, hit me up. And
Nice.
yeah, go from there.
And we can find your work on couchsoup.com.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the first episode of 2022. You can also write to us here at the Replayer Podcast at gmail.com with your suggestions or anything you'd like for us to discuss on the show. But you can also find us out on couchsoup.com, which is where you can listen to some of these podcasts. All of our previous podcasts are available on that website, and also read some of the amazing articles by authors such as Rowan J. Author, who is here with us today. Rowan, just kidding. Yeah, so you can go find out some amazing articles on there. There's a whole bunch of content on the couchsoup.com website. We'll link that in the description below as well. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. I just realized that I have wrapped up the podcast, and I know you were going to do that, Dan.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay. I was just
Does
like,
not matter.
well, we
I
gotta
love
wrap it
it.
up, guys. It's like 10 past midnight. I gotta go to bed. I'm an old lady now.
I'm an old lady now.
I'm an old married lady now.
I was
gotta
going
go
to
to
say
Game
married
over.
now.
Say game over, Pagan.
Game over, folks. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Say game over, baby. Now cut in Taylor Swift's I don't know about
22.
you.
Don't
But
do
I'm
it.
feeling
Oh.
22.